that is an early question for most business owners. Should they do their own bookkeeping? And I think it just kind of comes down to their competency level. Um, if they're good bookkeepers, sure, are good accountants, sure, and that's where they want to spend their time. But unfortunately, what we see is most of the time people are not unless they are properly trained accountants, bookkeepers, they're not very good at it, and so the work we get in those situations, like a year-end tax client, is pretty rough, and then adjustments need to be made, and the accounting, honestly, in that situation is so good. It's never that good because of the skills of the people putting it together, and so those clients can leave a lot of money on the table because just doing proper accounting, it's basic blocking and tackling. It's not flamboyant or exciting part of what we do, but it can lead to much lower tax savings if you get the accounting correctly, get done correctly. So the other thing is a lot of people with some clerical, some bookkeeping skills, what we see happening is they are chopping trees down in the wrong forest all day long, and they spend so much time on stuff that doesn't get them anywhere towards the end. So what an accountant does or the surgeon does, they know how to get to the deliverable as quickly and as efficiently as possible. So, and then, really professionals that do the bookkeeping and accounting are so much faster at it than somebody who isn't a professional with it and isn't doing it all day long. So even though a firm like ours might charge more per hour, compared to what the business owner is thinking they can pay someone to do it, but they're paying someone to do it in a very inefficient way, chopping trees down in the forest all day long, the wrong forest all day long, burning time, and just not being very fast at it, and it ends up costing a lot more than if they would just use a firm that knew what they were doing and could get straight to the deliverable the most efficient way possible. So it really kind of depends on how good a prospective or client is at it, and we can support people on that whole spectrum, whether we just do their year-end taxes from the financials they prepare, or whether they try to do their own accounting, but they use the advice and guidance solution that we have, a retainer advice and guidance solution, so that they have us on retainer and can ask questions as they're going throughout the year to try to stay on track, or our third solution where they just outsource it to us. And I can't tell you how many CPAs and degreed accountants outsource the whole thing. The clients that we have that just outsource it all to us because they know they don't do it full time. They're not tax experts. They have other parts of their business that they're really trying to focus on. So that ought to tell you something. Where it can make sense is if once you become a large company, when you become a mid-sized company with a lot of revenue, 20 million in revenue, then it starts to make maybe sense to bring accounting in-house, because you've got the revenue to be able to afford to have your own accounting department, and then use our year-end tax solution and our advice and guidance solution to help support that, your own accounting department. But really, honestly, for people in smaller situations, it can be a lot more efficient to use our advice and guidance solution, or our fully outsourced accounting solution, instead of trying to do it themselves.